Hey everyone, what's up? How we doing? Well, thank you, KJ. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad everyone seemed to enjoy it. I had a lot of fun making it. It was a fairly easy show to make compared to normal. That ending was a little difficult to do, but like the ending of it was a little difficult to get perfect, but I was really proud of it nonetheless. All right. I also haven't touched the website in a couple of weeks now, or like in a week now, so I'm glad we've got a live stream today so that I have time to do that without worrying about it. Or without worrying about cutting into my other time. So we'll work on that. I'm working on Raw. Not right this minute anymore, but I let the bullshit begin with such an appropriate line for the situation. Yep. All right, let's see. So the last time I edited the website was a week ago today. So I'll update the website. I mean, yeah, let the bullshit begin summed it up pretty well what was happening. Originally, it wasn't going to be all of Bullet Club showing up either. Like the whole Bullet Club wasn't originally planned to show up, but I thought that made Brody King look really good losing the title because literally the entire Bullet Club took him out. That was my thoughts, at least, of it. Like, if it took the whole Bullet Club to take him down, then it made him look pretty damn good coming out of it. So last week was, hold on. Okay, last thing I did on the show or on the channel was the updates from WrestleMania. Got it. Okay, so starting with Raw. To the entire Bullet Club and the Kenny betrayal to beat him. Exactly. That was like my thought process was, if it takes literally over 10 people to take him down and his entire faction being taken out around him, yeah, he goes out looking strong heading into this Jay White reign. And I will say that with Kenny now being back in Bullet Club in LS11 universe, you guys are genuinely not going to expect what happens next. Like, there's no way anyone expects what happens next with all of this. I I can't fathom a world where Logan Paul beats John Cena tonight. I just can't. Like, I know there's a strong possibility of it, but I can't. Yeah, so for members, Raw will come out as soon as I get it done. Obviously, for everyone else, it'll come out tomorrow. And then but yeah, and then voting for Cyber Sunday will open tomorrow. I got to get all the graphics and stuff made. I might make some of those today. Went 6 for 8, and one of the predictions is Project Coin Flip Decision. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I remembered seeing that in the chat. I wasn't super active in chat because I was hanging out with my roommate. I was just watching on my phone. That's why it was my personal account in the comment section today, not LS11 Universe. And go. That's Raw updated. I don't know what's going on with SmackDown, by the way. I have heard from Ray several times this week. I haven't heard anything about where SmackDown is or NXT Spring Break. And I know he's working on Spring Break in yesterday, but green shirt guy is even in Paris. I know he was there last year too, but still. It's wild. I think the only shows green shirt guy doesn't go to are the Saudi ones. I'm pretty sure. Oh boy, the tribal thief. Bronson Reed. With all those damn shoes around his neck. He does. He just spawns in the front. I'm shocked he's not in the games at this point with how often he's around. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know. Well, I would say I think he works for someone with WWE, or he works for WWE or something. No, it's not even that. Because like he's appeared in the front row at AEW shows in that exact spot before. I assume this is a Roman win. I see Braun possibly beating Roman. I don't see Bronson beating Roman. Well, next up on the docket for AEW, 8 weeks from now, is gonna be it's gonna be All In. Oh yeah, he did enter the arena with Wade at WrestleMania. You're right. I forgot about that. Whatever that was about. Risk choosing Bronson to win. Yeah, I stuck with my gut for every match. Like, Pierre's gonna beat me this month because I guarantee you Pierre and I have the exact same fucking predictions because we always do, but Pierre and I have the same predictions until he's getting a match right that I'm getting wrong. Like, we have the exact same matches picked right almost all the time, except the one time where I'm going to be wrong is when he chooses differently from me. I have one predictions in this fucking Discord server where I was once, and that's it. It was back in June, and even then I tied with Kevin for first place, so I just played it up like Kevin was the vice winner. Yeah, I mean, you might as well. Oh man, members of Patreon are gonna get some real interesting D&D stories on the post show this week because we played for 12 hours yesterday, and I have so much to talk about with what happened in our story yesterday. So for those that are into it, when I talk about that in the Discord, or not in the Discord, in the podcast, members and Patreons get special access to that kind of stuff, to that nonsense. What am I looking for? Yeah, hell of a show with Dynasty today. One of my favorite AEW shows I think I've produced since I took over. May even boot up the 3D printer on stream today. Who knows? I've got some I need to print, so. Sure, that's my one right prediction at Triple Mania. 10 for 13 Forbidden Door, 7 for 9 at Death Before Dishonor. I think that's about how it went for me, too. I think. That sounds right. Okay, let's see. What happened on TNA this week? TNA was a blur this week, so. I remember Zajac beating the shit out of Ray, which was very enjoyable. Speaking of, TNA Rebellion next week. I don't get any sleep, ever, if you haven't noticed. I don't get to stop making videos. The cogs in the machine just keep turning, and I keep being the vessel for these videos. It's a lot of fucking work, and I just don't stop. I just want to keep in mind, I used to do all 5 shows in the week. There was a point in time where I was doing all 5 shows. And other stuff. Of course Gary got Brodito right. Like, of course he did. Gary's got the script. We all know this. Like, we know this. I think Alex just texted me. Hold on. No, maybe not. I'm buzzed, I swear. Oh, it was letting me know that I was live. JT, potential answer depending on how weird the question is. My only who misses pay-per-views on Sundays. Um, it's a good question, genuinely. I think I've gotten to a point where I kind of do. Because all my friends want to do stuff on Saturday. And if I've got to do a watch along on Saturday night, I can't. So I kind of get where you're coming from. So sometimes I do, admittedly. I hate this chant. It is the laziest chant imaginable. Where it's like, name, 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 name. It's just the most boring chant imaginable. It is the remixing something to Seven Nation Army of this generation of wrestling. Like, I can't stand it. It annoys me. They do it for literally everyone at this point. Oh, by the way, the big trucks is getting the little trucks. I completely forgot to say that with this match. I had just completely forgotten I was supposed to say that with this match. I can hardly believe I forgot to say that, honestly. Yep. Alright, that's NXT's win-loss updated, and then Dynasty was today. I mean, Planet's crazy, really is, isn't it? I'm just glad Roman's actually wrestling people he hasn't wrestled before. It's a nice change of pace, singles-wise. Like, yes, I know he wrestled Bronson in a tag match at SummerSlam, but even then, it was Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed together, which was two people Roman has never gone one-on-one with before. So, and that's what I want. I want Roman to be wrestling some new people. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be pretty straightforward. Unless we got another one when you were like, I think edge counts. What was I talking about with that one? When I was like, I think edge counts. I don't remember what I was talking about, quite honestly. I'm sure it was funny in the moment. I just do not remember the context of that one. Keep in mind, I do so many of these damn episodes in a week, and every time I try and slow myself down, I'm like, no, but I can do more. It's workaholic disease I've got. For the big trucks line. That's right. Yeah, he counts, I think. He's 6 foot something. He's like 6'5". I also, what was really funny was Hemlock, my roommate, was sitting on the couch when we were hanging out, eating breakfast and talking during Dynasty, and they overheard the bit when Tekla was coming out, where I was hyping her up, and then the camera spun around to reveal Aaron Stevens, and I was like, "And she's son of a bitch," and they thought that was rather funny. So people are like, "He's too small to use the spear," and I'm just like, "He's the size of most NFL linebackers. He's literally like only 15 pounds lighter than Roman." Yeah, that was my dad's argument about Edge for years as well. Like, he's too scrawny to do the spear. It's like, it's just that a lot of wrestlers are huge, dude. He's the same height as I think he's taller than Roman. Edge is just slightly lankier, is what it is. I mean, that only slightly. Does Alex come home from work from hanging out with our friend? Yeah. Yeah, his size is deceiving, you're right. Into the rest hold, baby. But yeah, admittedly, the reason there wasn't Evolve yesterday is because I thought Spring Break-In was supposed to be yesterday. So, I don't know what's going on. There's been a lot of miscommunications about when content's supposed to come out between Ray and I lately on his half, on his shows. And I'll admit it's slightly frustrating. It's slightly frustrating when we're 9, 10 weeks into the season, something like that, and there's been half that many of one of our main shows. Less than half that of one of our other main shows. It is. It is difficult. Especially when just one of us is a massive workaholic. That's me. Oh, thank you, Flame Shadow. Good to see you. People forget that he used to wrestle like a cruiserweight before he broke his neck. Pretty much the same situation as Austin. Yeah, because everyone's match is very formulated. This is a nice change pace. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. The difference was he wasn't the undisputed top star, so they couldn't afford to let him. Surgeries for more time than Austin. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things with Austin where it's like it would be nice to, see a timeline where his neck didn't get broken, and that's always the thing that a lot of people are like, oh, well, what about this with, with injuries and stuff like that in retro stuff. And it's like I feel like big injuries like that altered the course of a career, it'd be a fucking cop out to go, oh yeah, well in our world, Steve Austin never had that match with Owen Hart, so he never broke his neck, so he wrestled well into the 2000s and then retired. It's like that'd be a cop out. Like it'd be a cop out for me to say that's what happened. Or oh, Bret Hart never had that match with Bill Goldberg, so he never took that super kick that cut his career short, or something like that. That'd be like those kind of injuries. They'd be a cop out to just go, oh well, I have the hindsight of this happen, so I didn't do this. Because, like, in the timeline, it makes sense for it to have been Austin versus Owen at that show, and it makes sense for it to have been Brett versus Goldberg in that match. And, like, I've explained my injury rules. Like, I've explained that kind of stuff so many times, and I'll still get people asking me, like, well, what about this? Like, they're trying to gotcha me on stuff, you know? Like when Will Ospreay got injured recently, and they're like, "Yep, he's got to go get neck surgery, but he'll be back in X amount of time." Someone tried to gotcha me, like, "Well, are you going to honor it the same way you're honoring KO's?" Well, KO's out potentially forever. Will's out for a few months. There's a difference. Favorite faction rare I made? I mean, the easy answer is the 6, I guess. I am going to answer all the questions I got for the podcast this week on that. I'm going to record that after I'm done with Raw. Raw is taking priority, obviously. The main shows always take priority over side projects like that, so. But the obvious answer would be the 6, although I got a little tired of the 6 by the end. It didn't overstay its welcome. I think it stayed just long enough, but I was ready for it to wrap up when it did. As for me, I also like Cult of the White Witch, but I didn't make that one. Ray did. I don't know if I can count it, but I'm really proud of what Bullet Club has become with me. Like I'm very proud of what I've turned a Bullet Club into at this point. Six Twisted Fate became a bigger story. You haven't changed his style of the fan-friendly brawling. Yeah, exactly. There's also that. Look what's crazy. There's so many members. Yeah, it is literally the biggest faction on the channel. Right now, it has got approaching 20 members. It's Jay White, the Good Brothers, Wardlow, B. Priestley, Kenny Omega, Finn Juice, War Dogs. That makes 11. Zack Sabre Jr., Taiji Ishimori, and I think that's it. So it's currently 13 people. But it's split up across so many shows that there's only 6 in AEW right now. There's 2 in TNA. There's 3 in Ring of Honor. So, and then Finn Juice are also on Dynamite, I guess. So it's actually 8 in AEW. But remember where you can have an overloaded faction, it works. Correct. When it's spread across so many different shows. Like, if all these people were in Bullet Club and it was just on AEW, it'd be too much. And I'd be agreeing with everyone that it's way too much. But with it being spread currently across 3 shows. Also, there is that answer to the question from the podcast a few weeks ago where someone was like, are any of Jay's sleeper agents real life former Bullet Club members? And I said yes. Now you know, one of them was Kenny. Now you know that one of them was Kenny. It doesn't turn into the NWR people joining stopped being special. I don't think it will. Because I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this with it, right? It's not getting much bigger than what it is. Kenny was like the next big one, but don't expect to see like 7 new people in it next week. There are still a few more members, and I will tell you that. I am willing to tease that there are still more members to join. Spear! And that's it. I don't think I realized Brody King's reign wasn't that long. It was only 40 days. That doesn't feel right. Oh, no, it was more than that. I accidentally typed July, not June, when I was searching. It was 70 days. All right, that's a little better. That makes a little more sense. It's still one of the shorter reigns of the AEW title, but I can at least make sense out of that. It's not the shortest. Kenny's got the shortest with 12 days on his second reign. But yeah, no, don't you worry, KJ. It's not going to become a thing where it's like, oh, someone else joined Bullet Club. Cool. It's going to be like an, oh god, when's the next person going to join? Could it be now? Kind of thing. Like I'm thinking through who I know is left to join before like the group has revealed all of its sleeper agents, so to say. We're currently at 11 members. I don't think we break 20. We're at 11 currently. Let me run that through my head again. Yeah, no, we don't break 20. Uh-oh, I think Paul's gonna finally take a bump. Paul Heyman's got such great facial reactions to things. Also, this is why Paul Heyman will always be far better than Caillou. Paul Heyman takes bumps. Paul Heyman gets his comeuppance. And his comeuppance isn't his guys losing. His comeuppance is he gets the shit beat out of him. Whereas, like, fucking Caillou will run his mouth for fucking months. And then the closest thing to comeuppance he'll get is someone to, like, grab him by the suit and he'll get weaseled out of it by whatever fucking 1,000 members of his family he's got. Oh god, I gotta update the tag team section of the website. I'll work on that today. Wardlow joining the Caillou clan actually made me angry. Yeah, I was fucking livid when I got sent that in the Discord last week. Like, I was livid. Oh, Roman's signing the shoes. Oh! There's Braun. God, yeah, stuff on the website's so outdated that, like, me and Ray are still listed as a tag team on here. The issue with it is Bullet Club uh, section is so. Bullet Club throws the whole thing off. I'm like, maybe I just need to make tag teams and factions their own sections. Like, tag teams get one block, factions get the other. Because, like, I can't shrink all these members of Bullet Club down into one thing. I'll see what I can come up with. Yeah, I assume this means Roman Braun is going to be at WrestlePalooza. Oh, Spear, the guy who spear people, senseless since 14. Yup. Alejandro Estrada? I have no idea who that is, man. Never heard of that. Oh, Armando Alejandro Estrada. He's shown up once before. Yeah, there's options for what I could do. I could split it up by like each branch of Bullet Club. It's not a terrible idea. And maybe that's what I should do. Oh boy. I'm excited for the Roman and Breaker match, by the way. That's gonna be fun. Also, even with Bronson losing, Roman taking these beatdowns is still getting these guys like put over pretty damn strong. So I can't complain. Yeah, Braun really is that guy, it feels like. Like, he's going to be one to watch for years. There we go. All right, cool. And so that's that. And God, the annoying part's gonna be that a lot of people need to get like their tag team moved to just a different brand. Like Alpha Academy's on Raw now, for example. Oh boy, here we go again. They're gonna do this with Roman on the gurney. All right, I guess we're gonna say goodbye to Roman for another few months. He's got to go film Street Fighter. So I'll have them take Jay out and someone have to replace Jay in the main event. No, Jay's just gonna yeet all over these guys and take out two guys. Yep. You know, in 20 years of being Pillar, if they stick with him. And it feels like they will. It feels like they should and hopefully will. Yeah, I think you guys are onto something. I think KJ's onto something with splitting up because especially like with a group like the Aaron Stevens family that has a Ring of Honor and an AEW branch, probably good to do it that way there too, with having two sets of renders more or less. And also, speaking of the Aaron Stevens family, Ring of Honor is going to come out hopefully soon. That's been kind of my bottom priority this week, just with how busy it's been. He's over. His Batista moment is going to go crazy when it happens. Turns on when he. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. His thumbs down moment, essentially. Oh, man. Now she's home. Getting a little worried about my wife there for a minute. Well, Jelly Roll is overseas here in Paris, and the crowd goes. And Post Malone's there too, and the crowd goes, eh. Put your foot down, Adam Pierce. Alright, World Tag Titles. Street Profits have an entrance that appears to be sponsored by Borderlands. Seeing as I just saw one of the enemies from Borderlands on the... Yep. God, I didn't even realize Borderlands 4 was coming out. I forgot Borderlands 3 even exists. Because I think I've got... Is it Borderlands 2 that I have over there? Do I even still have it? I might have gotten rid of it. No, I don't have it anymore. I think I had Borderlands 2 at one point, though. Hey, Pierre. What's up, bud? Good to see you. Hey, we're getting tag titles on pay-per-view. That or premium live event. That never happens anymore. Who'd have thought? God, the whole arena singing Shatter is pretty cool. Were you just tanking a spear? Was well, it really was. Also, I don't know if JT is here or not. I'll bring this up next time he's on stream too. The 2025 telethon is planned now. I don't know exactly when it's going to be, but what I'm telethoning for this year has been planned. So, and we will do, and for that, I will do another fans book incentive. So. I know everyone's really excited for that. Like a straight weekend of Xander shilling for money and doing stupid things for it. So I've got some fun ideas for it this time. Well, And I'm going to answer a lot of questions on the podcast this week, but how we feeling today? Everyone got anything to ask? Any burning questions to ask on this watch along here? As I work on updating the tag team section of the website for the first time this season. It was so outdated that there were some teams that have been broken up for months on there still. Damian Priest was still listed as part of Judgment Day, which is now Judge, Jury, and Executioner Day. Can't wait to see what it becomes in a couple of weeks. I don't see the Wyatts dropping the belts here. Like, if they didn't drop the belts at SummerSlam, I don't see them dropping the belts anytime soon. There we go. Okay. Scrolling through. Death Riders are gone. It's just Aussie Open now. And I will tell everyone, as bad of an idea as I'm sure it is, when Telethon 2 happens this year, the 24-hour stream will be one of the incentives. It will be a very high incentive. It will be an overtime incentive, as in if we hit above the goal for what I'm saving up for this year, we'll do it. But I'm not making it an easy incentive this year, I'll tell you that. Because it was torture back in January when I did it. But we'll figure that all out later. We're probably not going to do it until like end of September, early October. Forbidden War incentive. Here's the issue with that, JT. I got to get Ray on board for that. That's the issue. Because it can't just be Raw versus Dynamite. If SmackDown isn't involved in Forbidden War, then you're missing out on guys like Cody and Drew and Punk and stuff like that that feel essential to the show. I can't just do it. And with SmackDown being so fucking inconsistent, I can't guarantee that the build would work either. So that's like the biggest issue with it. That and Ray isn't really interested, and I'm not really interested. If I'm honest, I'm like I don't have much interest in doing another Forbidden War right now. Maybe one day, like I said it on the podcast last week. Maybe one day I'll have interest again, but like right now, I did the matches I really wanted to do, and any that I wanted to do that I couldn't back then, I can do through like the World Cup and through other stuff. So we have so much crossover now that it doesn't feel like we need a big crossover show anymore. But yeah, no. 24-hour stream 2 is going to be an incentive. Um, haven't figured out what else. Some of the incentives from last year might return. Oh, hello, Rowan. LSWF reunion shows an incentive. That's a slightly better possibility of happening, yeah. I still need to do Crisis on Infinite Squared Circles, and that will come. I'm not gonna just sit here and act like it's not gonna happen. I just haven't had time. I because a lot of the ARW guys are gonna have to get modded in, so that will happen at some point as well. And the Wyatts with the win. But yeah, an LSWF reunion show. I could see myself doing that. Only issue with that is so many of these guys are already in TNA that's like most of them that would be on that show are still around, and like the only people I could see coming back. Actually, I don't know if there's anyone from LSWF that I could see bringing. I could see myself bringing back at that point. Yeah, we'll do that stream, like I said, probably sometime late September, just so I have time to actually plan everything out this time. Because last time, the telethon was such a last minute decision. Like, I came up with the idea to do it, but when I came up with the idea to do it, I hadn't put any thought into it. I was like, we're just going to do it. And then I didn't have any incentives ready to go, you know? But we'll figure it out. In fact, you know what? Let me look up something real quick. Let me see if I can figure out when the school district I subbed for goes on fall break, and that might be telethon week. Because they probably go on fall break in September, I'd imagine. That's usually when schools do. All right, Becky and Nikki up next. Resources. School menu, maybe? I think I just look at the school district's calendar. Oh, here it is. Academic calendar. Okay. Fall break is in October for them. So I could hold it off till October. If I really wanted to. I'll figure it out. I assume this is a Becky win. I don't see much point coming from putting the belt on Nikki personally. Who's next for the Wyatts? Oh, God. I think Fraxium's ultimately the team to beat them. Because they're always trying to like get in the heads of these teams and break them up. I think they'll have Fraxium just be two pure-hearted good guys that take them down. But as for who's next, I don't think we get that match until closer to Mania. I think maybe next for the Wyatts. Oh, geez, this is a tough one. I'm thinking through it right now. I like Motor City could be next, but I feel like they've lost to the Wyatts a good bit. I am just gonna tell you guys, I'm not gonna keep up with the whole Danhausen changing the names of Judgment Day every week thing on the website. Like, it's a funny bit, but I feel like it would get a little overkill if every single week I had to update the website to be whatever he's changed the name to this week. So it will just continue to say Judgment Day, and he is considered a member of it. Wire, Andrade, and Phoenix. Yeah, it's got to be one of them next. SmackDown's got a great tag division, but I don't know. I really like the Eiffel Tower set at this on the stage. I think that's really cool. I'm very happy to see Nikki Bella. I've I've made it no secret that I'm a Nikki Bella fan. She is my guilty pleasure wrestler. Like, she's the wrestler that for years I was told I wasn't supposed to care about or like, that I've always been like, but I like her. Oh yeah, Judge, Jury, and Executioner Day is way too long of a name. You're absolutely right. And that's the point. That is 100% the point. Is it's like Danhausen. What are you fucking talking about? What are you on about, you mental clown? I keep forgetting Becky's got a new theme. She's had it since SummerSlam, and I just keep forgetting. Or she's had it since whatever the last show was. SummerSlam? Evolution? Whatever the last show was. I mean, yeah, his head's always empty. You're right. It always is. Make an incentive a time travel episode. I've joked about that before. I've joked about doing something like that before. Yeah, same here, Pierre. I'm also currently 2-0. Like, I've joked about that idea. I don't know. Just the practicality of doing that would be a little much. Same as we always do. I have Rusev winning. That is our one difference, Pierre. I've gone Sheamus, and I feel stupid for having gone Sheamus because I actually have now thought about it, and I think Rusev is probably going to win, and Rusev's going to be Dom's next challenger. But it's fine. The practicality of doing a time travel episode of Universe would be just a nightmare. I'll figure it. I'll think about it. We'll see. Cena winning, but I could see Brock showing up F5. Oh God. Yeah, it could happen. I don't want it to. I just don't want to see Brock. quite simply. Like, I just genuinely don't want to see Brock Lesnar on my screen. And it was about having the time travel machine destroyed, and the episode would have his honor Jeff Hardy and Ray's suspensions. I I don't know, Zach. That's not in the upcoming retro shows, so I don't know. Quite honestly. Like, I don't know. Maybe? I don't think we've really messed with suspensions much anyway, so. Probably not, yeah. Probably not. WrestleMania 24 is not even on, like, the next several retro shows. Like, we're doing most of the shows between 92 to 93 right now. Or not 92 to 93. Between WrestleManias 12 and 13 is what I mean. Like, Ray's giving me the list of shows we're doing. So, I'm not going to read it out right now because I don't know what he wants me to talk about, what he doesn't. So, not going to spoil it if he doesn't want me to. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do all the in your house shows, but we're going to be doing a lot of shows. I just don't know which ones right now. I haven't talked to Ray much about it. I haven't talked to Ray much at all because usually when I talk to Ray, it's, hey, where's this show? And then I get no response. So, new members of the Vision showing up in the four-way. Maybe. I don't know who it would be, though. Because, like, it's not going to be Ricky because he's doing stuff with Oba. It's not going to be Ethan because he's doing stuff with Chelsea. And he's a champion. A returning Austin Theory depends on how serious his injury is, I suppose. It's not a terrible idea, though. Not against that. Just not against that at all. God, I have not shaved my neck in a few days compared to normal, and so it is itching pretty bad because I also ran out of beard shampoo. So Ilya as Seth's follower does not fit at all. Ilya should not be anywhere near that group. At least in my opinion. I don't think Ilya should be anyone's follower. If Ilya was gonna be in the group, yeah, it'd be better if he was like an attack dog. But I don't think he should be anywhere near the group, personally. No, I don't. I think Austin Theory is like the only really good option so far. Brock Steiner. Okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe. Hadn't thought about that one. That's a maybe. But I don't even think he's made it to the performance center yet, so and I could be wrong. He may have. I don't know for sure, but I don't think he's made it to the performance center yet, so he probably need to do that first. Actually get some training first. Any other teams that have swapped brands that I need to handle here? No, but the Vanguard has got a different fourth member now, so I gotta do that. Thoughts on the Raja Jackson situation? I'm so fucking tired of hearing about it. That's my thoughts on it. It's terrible what he did. Yes, there should be legal repercussions for what happened. It was irresponsible as fuck from Rikishi and his promotion. I think Rikishi and his promotion going, don't talk to the police about it if they ask you about it, is fucking stupid. Like being like, if you talk to the police about this if they ask you about it, you're gonna get blacklisted from our company. It's fucking irresponsible. But I'm just so tired of every other wrestling news video I see being about it. I think Raja and Rampage Jackson should maybe be more worried about him beating a kid beating a man, a war veteran, a military veteran half to death, rather than if he's gonna get kicked off of the fucking platform he streams on. Like, maybe think about something that other than your fucking kick streams, you fucking assholes. So yeah, there's my opinions on it for the people that have been asking for a while. Because I've been purposely just trying to ignore it. Like, It's fucked up. It was really funny. Ray and I talked about this months ago when the Vanguard formed, and I told him I'm not particularly a fan of it personally. Like we were talking about it in a call one night, and I was like, it's not really my thing. He was like, I know, Ray. You're looking at it going, really, Ray? Another Horseman type group? To which, and then Ray was like, to which I'll look at you and go, really, Xander? Another big man group? I'm like, Ray, I don't have any big man groups. He's like, that's not important, Xander. It's like, I don't. Like, I'm looking at the roster page right now. I had Murder Machines, but that was about it. Murder Machines were really the only big man group where everyone in the group was a big guy. But that's about it. And now, really, there are none because Murder Machines are now just henchmen to Billion Dollar Elite. So, and Becky wins via roll up. Sure. Why not? Website is it is. I'm getting it for now. Oh, AAA promo for their next show. Oh yeah, Worlds Collide in a couple of weeks on a Friday night. I'll probably do a watch along. I've enjoyed the AAA shows lately, so I'll probably watch that one. As long as I'm not like drop dead exhausted or something. Alright, what do we got next? Alright, while we're getting a WWE pats himself on the back promo video, I'm gonna go refill my water. Because I feel like we get a lot of those lately where it's like, look how great we are at the things we do. Alright, so I was spending a few more minutes looking for a snack or something, but I don't have any snacks in the house right now, so oh well. Maybe we'll start talking like the incentives for the stream when that comes soon. Maybe we'll start talking that on this stream. I am excited for Sheamus Rusev 3. They've got great chemistry in the ring together as well. Yeah, I've foolishly gone Sheamus. And I think Rusev's gonna win this and go after Dom and win the IC title. Oh, for fuck's sake! They got the Prime on one of the tables. That's the giant ass Prime bottle. Also, I want to give a shout out to one of the guys in the fucking Discover or not Discovery, opposite Discovery tribute Patreon or Discords, because one of the guys in the tribute Discord was inspired by my cred mod that I made. They replaced the Prime bottles with cred bottles and made an additional mod to go with it that changes the Prime logo to a cred logo on the turnbuckles and on the canvas, which I think is really funny. And I would have done that, but I obviously replaced mine with the LS11 logo. And I figured not many people want the LS11 logo in their game. They might, you never know. A little bit of a fucking technical difficulties on air there. Cole looks at Wade and says, "You all right?" I'll tell him to stop working legitimately. It's like I think Roman Reigns crushed it. Man, it was crazy. Well, yeah, that was what I was going for. I was going for just batshit insane, so as soon as I hit the mark. as my beard is growing back in, I need to get new. I'm gonna have to do more new renders. Plus, I gotta rebleach my hair soon and try and tone it a little bit. This is my favorite match I did for the pay-per-view recording wise. Um, burying the League of Nations. Um, I'm thinking. Well, I'm on the show. Let me look at the match card again. Probably Kyle and Will. That was probably my favorite record. I enjoyed that one a lot. The main event was fun. It was just a headache at the end to record all the run-ins. Five people excited to use from 96 to 97. Steve Austin, Vader, Owen Hart. Steve Austin, Vader, Owen Hart. I'm thinking. Road Warriors I'll count as one because they're a tag team. And I've already used Sean in the retro series before, so I'm not like I'm excited to use Sean, but that one I'm trying to just give you people I haven't used yet. And I'm thinking, hold on. Because Ray is the one mainly handling a lot of the booking. But Steve Austin, Owen Hart, Vader, the Road Warriors, and let me look at some of the ideas Ray's sent me because that might help me. Like Jericho's not in the WWF yet, obviously. Kane hasn't debuted yet. Hmm. Maybe Gold Dust. Gold Dust or Mick Foley, probably. I'll give you those. Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe. I really don't know. Probably look it up. Let's see. When's WrestlePalooza again? I could make that part of the telethon, I guess. Actually, the weekend of September 27th could be a pretty good time to do it. We have NXT No Mercy on the 27th. The 26th, September 26th is always a rough day for me because of historical context to it. But, God, I don't know I'm going to be able to get it done in time. If I could finish my book, that would be a great day to publish it. Make it available on Amazon. It gives me 3 weeks to finish my book. Because I could also maybe do something with that. That last week of September could be really good to do that. That gives me essentially 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks to prepare for the telethon. Gives people 4 weeks to set money aside that they might want to donate. Gives me 4 weeks to hype it up. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Last week of September. Because I'll go ahead and tell everyone what I'm doing the telethon for is a Nintendo Switch 2. You know, last year we did it for the 3D printer. I use that every day. I want to get a Nintendo Switch 2 because there's a lot of games coming out for it that I really want. And saving up $500 is really hard when I usually don't end the month with a surplus of money. So, fake Razor and fake Diesel. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Quite honestly, I don't think that's something Ray or I really care to do. For all I know, I might be wrong, and Ray might be super into the idea. Making Kane into fake Diesel wouldn't be hard. There's a mod that lets you add facial hair to existing characters. I just take Kane's mask off, which gives Glenn Jacobs long hair, and then give him a beard, and then put him in Diesel's gear, and there you go. But don't think either of us are super interested in that idea. Ouch, by the way. He's getting hit across the chest with a shillelagh. I didn't say the big trucks line on this match, so the big trucks dealing with little trucks. I've been forgetting to do that lately. I was also not going to yell it because both Alex and Hemlock are asleep, so. Because again, we were all up super late playing D&D for over 12 hours yesterday. Oh, shit's gonna do the cross? Oh my god. What was the Yokozuna? Yeah, he's in the run up for it. He's in the plans. Oh, Yoko is in the plans, don't you worry. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Ouch. Good God. Rusev yelling while moving that wooden bar is very accurate as someone that had to move a wooden dresser last week. That shit was heavy. Oh, God. Killed him. Yeah, I think Pierre's gonna get this point over me. I don't think Sheamus is winning this one, guys. Come on, Sheamus. What are they about to do with these barrels? These barrels I know are fucking heavy because I've had to move a couple of them myself before. Oh dear God. What are we about to do here, boys? Oh boy. Oh God. Oh God. It's even Jessica Cars haven't hold the damn barrels steady. Holy shit. Oh my God. Good God. Oh, is it going to be a repeat of the Raw finish, or is Rusev going to hit him? All right, it's about to go either way. Oh, and Rusev kicked out this time. Damn. Oh, jeez. Fucking camera's acting up. There we go. Oh! Oh, Rusev's gonna choke him out with the Donnybrook, or with the Shillelagh, isn't he? I have no idea who's winning this one. This has been a sick match, by the way. In more ways than one, a sick match, but a sick match nonetheless. Yeah, if he puts this in, it's over. Yeah, that's it. Rusev wins, right? Yep, Rusev with the win. Pierre has officially taken me out of predictions for the month. I don't know why I went Sheamus. I don't know why I was compelled to click Sheamus when I did this morning. Or yesterday, or whenever it was. You seen Bullet Club War Dogs? You've seen Empire? It's crazy. Everybody watched it. I'll have to check it out sometime. I haven't seen it now. I don't watch much New Japan stuff. More guys that you can exit the cage. Yeah. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of war games, right? Oh, my back.
This January, WWE Live kicks off the Royal Rumble season. 11 dates in 11 cities. Don't miss all your favorite WWE superstars, including the American Nightmare for Girls, Main Event and many more. So get ready to join the action.
What am I trying to figure out here?
For 11 city tour, visit WWE.com/events to register now and receive exclusive free sit-up opportunities. It is the road to the Royal Rumble Europe 2026. Make sure it's all on Carl Mason. Look who's here with us tonight. And it's Georgie Barber, British actor. Country's role for 20 all the Wednesday, season 2 premieres on September 3rd. Only on Netflix. And the invite you to step into the ring with WWE Elite action video. Available now in stores and online. A new collection. Philly. Talk about how rich there was an incredible odds and last week in the football part. On the upfront, about the most
There we go. All right.
out here and having the honor of my career to call most of the matches the greatest of all time. It's John Cena and all the superstars that make our job easy out here at ringside. It's so enjoyable. Speaking of John Cena,
Or how good the pay-per-view was this morning is bad. I like the show so much more ready for that one. I mean, it just means you like the show. Well, Cena's never going to break Taker's 107 because there aren't 9 shows left, PLE-wise. So, that's unfortunate. Ugh. Cena and Logan is up next. Alright, if you check our Twitter or in the Discord, you guys will see that I posted the graphic. ZRC Telethon 2 Nintendo Switch Edition. Featuring watch-alongs, live recordings, wrestling video games, donation incentives, general general nonsense, Alex and Hemlock appearances, unfiltered Q&As, and so much more coming September 26th, 27th, and 28th this year. So the caption on it being, remember when I did stupid shit for money last year because I wanted a 3D printer? Well, I'm stupid enough to do it again this year for a Nintendo Switch 2. Double check. I don't think I have a show that weekend. I think Ray is supposed to. Because Cyber Sunday is the 21st. So I think Ray is supposed to have a show on the 27th or 28th, but you know, I'll work that out when that time comes, and I'll just try and stream around it.
He would be up there in the conversation for one of the all-time greats on that. Nobody's going to have to simple industry with don't listen to old fans for the bad generation. This is a new era and stars are made a very different way. Logan Paul has his methodology on lockdown and it works. Speaking of Logan Paul's business, Clash in Paris is presented in part by Prime Vibration. No caffeine.
Why is it listed as season? Fix that. The podcast on Patreon was listed as season 3, episode 1. Whoops. Come on, John. Any minute now. There he is. What games have got me wanting to Switch to? Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out. We all know Smash Brothers is going to come out at some point on it. Kirby Air Riders. Let me see. What else is coming out on it? Let's see. Metroid Prime 4. What else? But at this point, my kind of thing is with a console is when over 5 games that I want to play on it, that's when I'm ready to get it. So Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon Legends ZA. Um, we got the upcoming, we got the upcoming Metroid Prime 4. Look here. Obviously, old Nintendo Switch games can be played on it, but like, yeah, I know Legends ZA isn't out yet, and it won't be until October. Was it October? Is that what it said? Like, I'm not getting 2K25 on the Switch before anyone asks. That's not in the list of things I really care about getting. A new SpongeBob game is coming out from the same developers of Battle of Bikini Bottom. Let's see. Plenty of games. Oh, and the new Mario Party as well. I forgot about that one. Like Nintendo's official website at this point. Is the special game the remaster? No, it's a new game. Like it's a brand new game. All right, kick his ass, John. Ugh, I forgot Logan was in the final three of the Rumble this year. I completely forgot he was that close to the finals. Smash Brothers that you didn't like? No, not really. I have a favorite and I got a least favorite. My least favorite's the one on the GameCube, Melee, but I just think it's overrated. But my favorite is Brawl on the Wii, but I don't dislike any of them. I like them all just fine. Well, folks, I gotta admit, I'm thinking about it. I think after All In and what's next for TNA, for those wondering, after Rebellion next week, it's gonna be Slammiversary. Like Slammiversary will be next up on the docket for TNA. I think I'm gonna start changing up how I do things a little bit, just because I'm getting kind of tired of having pay-per-views every weekend on my behalf. I think that starting after Slammiversary for TNA and after All In for AEW, I'm gonna shake it up, and it's gonna be a mix of TV specials and pay-per-views. So like after Slammiversary, next up would be Victory Road. Instead of Victory Road getting 4 regular episodes building up to it, it'd be 3 build up, and then the 4th week would be Victory Road. Or whatever I do next, whether that be Under Siege or something else. Then 4 weeks from the next special would be a pay-per-view. 4 weeks from the pay-per-view, special. And Raw will continue to get one every 4 weeks because I'm not gonna change that formula up. That formula is working just with TNA and AEW. It's just like I can handle Raw having one every 4 weeks. I think I want to take it down to me only having to do 2 pay-per-views a month, though. Just because one every week has been a lot for me lately, with the exception of the weeks where Ray is supposed to have one. Like, the next time I would be getting a break would be in a month. If even. Like, because we got Rebellion next week. Then I get a break. Then we get Cyber Sunday. Let's see. And then it would have been All In, but I'm giving that one an 8-week build, so I'll have a week off on the 27th. And then it would have been Slammiversary, which that'll still stay the same. And then I got a break. And then Raw, AEW, TNA, break, so on and so forth. And I'm just kind of tired of only getting 1 week off and then oftentimes putting something there anyway. So try and start getting a little bit of a break in there for myself.
What a clothesline by Cena. Well, that was impressive. Except for Logan Paul taking his eye off the ball there and John Cena back. Logan's tough. Gathers his wits here. The senior official Chad Pack looking to match up the latest with many of John Cena's matches in his career. Just against his opponent. Works so effectively for Logan Paul in the end going slipped into the corner. However, Logan catches John with a boot. And now Logan's crossbuster to Cena. Great move by Paul. Cover. With the inside leg. John kicks out again. Bit of a nonchalant cover by Paul. Yeah, you're really going to see immediately. We talked outdoorsy about the experience advantage of John Cena. Unquestionably, the athletic advantage is in the hands of the younger man Logan Paul here, who can do anything in that ring. He can fly with the best of them, he can slug it out with the heavyweights, and he's even turning into a technician in his latter years here with WWE. Now Logan again, just insulting the sellout crowd here tonight, over 30,000. And now Logan, vertical suplex, delayed now on Cena. Also off a tremendous amount of strength there, delivering the vertical suplex to John. And I don't think we've seen Logan do that before.
Every time Logan does a move, I don't think we've seen him do it before. I don't fucking care.
Mentioned before, I'll never forget the night that Logan Paul took Roman Reigns to the limit, almost stopping Roman Reigns' record streak as champion. Consistently ready to shock the world. I hope you're watching it home. It's so all this in because I'm not sure it does justice to what we're experiencing here tonight in Paris. Listen to the biggest names in the game right here. And look at Logan. Here's the power. And kick out again. Logan Paul doing some things we haven't seen him do before. He's obviously been prepared for this. Logan Paul, as beautiful as they are, ask for one thing, some damn respect being thrown away from that. Please, I'm begging. Listen, again, you have to be respectful in order to earn respect. And Logan now in the corner.
Come on, Cena. I don't think I can handle watching John take an L here. I do not think I can handle watching Cena take an L to Logan here.
Social media will go viral. Cena's talking about. Forget about the viral moments. You have an opportunity to beat the greatest of all time here. Stop screwing around. Go for the cover and try to get the win.
It's a very methodical match, if you will. It's moving. It's moving at a. It is moving at a pace. I think this is the second to last match, though. So we're already 2.5 hours into this show, and it's only match 4. Right? Match 4? Match 5. It's a 6-match show, which is very rare. Yeah, it's a 6-match show. Granted, Rusev, Sheamus, all the matches have gotten time tonight. Like, they've all gone over 10 minutes. They've all gone over 13, actually. So, alright. Time for the 5 moves. There's 2. There's 3. And because I don't know if I've ever seen the 5 moves of Doom completed in full in years, I assume Logan does something here. Yep, he goes over the ropes. His buckshot is getting worse and worse. Like, Logan's version of the buckshot gets worse every time I see it. Like, he does the flip just fine, but it's like, there felt like there was nothing behind the clothesline on it. God, Logan Paul's gonna kick out of an AA. Hate it here. That's a cool way to go into another AA attempt. Yeah, that I'll give him that. That was a cool transition. Why was there like a green dot over there? Was someone trying to use a laser, like a green laser pointer? Huh. I think Cena's gonna win here. And after this, all that's left pay-per-view wise, we've got WrestlePalooza. Like, we got WrestlePalooza, Crown Jewel, another Saturday Night's main event, War Games, and then John Cena's last match. And that's not a premium live event. It's just a show. Like, it's just a TV show. Rebellion fully announced. I don't even know if Rebellion's fully planned. Like, being 100% honest, I don't even know if Rebellion's fully planned. Maybe. Let me look. Yeah, it's fully announced. Myself, Elizabeth Bell, JT and Tatum against Blackstone Empire. Nick Nemeth challenging Taiji Ishimori for the X Division title. Jay Davidson challenging Shannon Baszler for the Knockouts title. Leon Slater challenging Ethan Ace. David Arquette challenging Miz, Ali Campaign challenging Sanity, Zajac challenging Ray, and Jericho challenging Bishop Dyer. Yeah, it's fully announced. It's an 8-match show, so probably about the same length as Dynasty, about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, depending. I just haven't had the time, nor the energy, nor the care to do all the full match card stuff online lately. All right, that was I guess that was a zigzag, if you want to call it that. Huh. What? Cena just busted out the fucking end of days. What the fuck? Cena just busted out the fucking end of days. What the hell? Wasn't expecting the end of days from Cena there, but all right. Oh my god. All right, John. Your final 4 months is kind of an interesting time to start busting out moves you've never done before, but all right.
Both men have proved their best, but both men have taken their opponent's best, and the Samoa still thinking just about.
When I see Braun Roman, they're probably writing Roman off so that he can go do Street Fighter. But depending on how long Roman is out, let me look at the fucking WWE calendar again. Probably not in time for WrestlePalooza. Probably Crown Jewel in Perth. So early October. They like getting Roman on these international shows. Oh, God. Please let that be it. Oh my God. See, these are more games. The Vision versus Team Roman, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I ain't been thinking about it. I don't really care at this point. I'm a little mentally checked out of WWE right now. I'm a little mentally checked out of wrestling as a whole right now. Why I'm continually making myself do more universe stuff is beyond me. Like, this year is the closest I've been to just quitting with wrestling again, like I did back in 2019. Or 2018, rather. God, Cena. Yep, Telethon Part 2. Nintendo Switch Boogaloo. Doing that in a few months. Or in a few weeks. And yes, as I did tease, if we manage to get, to the goal, which will be to be able to get the Switch 2, which is 500. If we somehow go above that, then the 24-hour stream 2 is one of the incentives. Come on, Cena. Like I said, I don't think I can handle Cena losing to Logan Paul here, man. Oh, John, I'm gonna miss being able to hear you call spots from the middle of the ring as loud as you possibly can. Please give me a God's favorite champion Rusev IC title run. I feel like that's where we're going. I feel like that's where things are going at this point.
Once again, Paul gonna mount John Cena. This time, delivers five knuckles shuffle. Oh, look at this. Logan Paul now. Looking for the AA, I think. John Cena in for one through. And out.
No fucking shot. Oh my God, John. John, one of your final like 3 or 4 matches is a hell of a time to pick to start busting out wild moves like a Styles Clash. Okay, John.
Cena now. Letting Logan Paul up on the top rope. Both men run out of boots many minutes ago. Now we'll go on the fly. Just figure something. Oh, we're in overtime. This is some death for both of these men.
God, this show has already been 3 hours long. And it's only been 5 matches. That's the one thing with WWE. That's one of the many things with WWE that drives me insane. Like, we're 3 hours in. And I don't even know if you could say an hour of this show has been wrestling. I think just over. All right. Finish it off, John. I was just gonna fucking no-sell the fucking AA. Great. There we go. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
You get past the antics. Logan Paul gained my respect tonight. What a performance by Logan Paul against John Cena. And the personality all in one. Big defeat. And you think Logan Paul is not a top-flight competitor in WWE? You are simply blinded by hatred, and you are dead wrong. Hats off Logan Paul. That was brilliant. Logan Paul went toe-to-toe with the greatest of all time tonight. And now for one final time, John Cena will take a bow in the WWE ring in Europe for the final time ever in Paris. Soak it in, folks. Enjoy the time. We've only got 3 months left.
Oh, thank God I didn't have to watch, just thank God that we don't have to, Cena and the Brussels kid again. Yeah, thank God we didn't have to watch John Cena lose to Logan Paul.
Been out of the seat all night long. Enjoying Bosch in Paris.
Good job, John. Alright, now all the fun of waiting until the actual main event starts. It was a fun match, ultimately. It was genuinely a fun match. There were lots of parts of it I enjoyed. Oh man. God, WrestlePalooza is just a terrible show name. Also, the fact WWE was like, yeah, the ESPN partnership starts next year with WrestleMania, and then they were like, actually, we're going to speed run a bunch of stuff to get through our Peacock contract so that we can start early is fucking stupid.
Here tonight, Clash in Paris, our final premium live event on Peacock. We jump over to ESPN 2 weeks from Saturday, September 20th.
Oh, I got this protein bar. If I really want a snack, I'll just have one of these. But at this point, I think dinner is soon enough where I shouldn't, so. What a conundrum WWE has put me in. With it being 5 o'clock in the evening. It's already 11 o'clock in Paris right now, I can tell you that. How do I know that time zone so well? Because I was there for like 2 weeks at one point. Not 2 weeks, like 9 days, but. Raw's at 2 tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a watch along if I'm home. Because I gotta go out and do delivery driving tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know how many more Cena matches we've got, but maybe we'll find out what's next for John tomorrow. Who knows? Oh, great. We're doing an attendance announcement. Yep, fucking P. They really have since he turned face.
game playing single event in Lawn Defense Arena, breaking the Florida record set in May of last year by Taylor Swift. Tonight, 30,343
Yeah, ignoring the fact it was Logan, I enjoyed the match.
Paul, thank you so much. I've been waiting outside of the locker room of Seth Rollins, hoping to get a comment on everything that's happened here tonight before.
Super Flatte versus Cena. Brother, it ain't December yet. We still got time. It could still happen, hopefully.
I'm all alone out there. And you, in the entire world, thinks that puts you at a disadvantage. WrestleMania. Do you remember who won the main event of WrestleMania? Wasn't Roman Reigns? Wasn't CM Punk? I chose individual. I could never meet anyone. I am a multi-time world champion. I have never needed anyone. I am the greatest in-ring performer in the history of this industry. I have never needed anyone. And tonight, I am going to go out there and remind the world why I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. I can't keep this title by myself. Think about it.
It's weird. The way they're having Seth go, if I can't keep this by myself, maybe I don't deserve it. I'm like, all right, so... See, I think he might just actually pull off retaining it by himself. But then the other part of me is like, that's exactly what a heel Seth Rollins would say. Dom Cena actually... Cena AJ for the IC title. Notice I'm in, but I hate to say it. Since Becky's been champion, the title's been on every show and pay-per-view. I mean, yeah, it's... kind of makes sense. I'm not against her being the Intercontinental Champion either. I'm hoping that Lyra will move up the card. Anyways, your Julie, but I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you. But I don't know.
I've been a Mark fan for months. I have a Seth Rollins problem. The wonderful just a little bit. You think you know?
All right. Main event time. You're positive generational heat magnet in his company, Vikingo, is costing Dom the IC title tomorrow. That's very possible. I may do a Raw watch along. Like I said, I haven't decided yet. It's early in the day, so that'd be nice, but I also have to go out and delivery drive because schools are out tomorrow, so we'll see. God, we only got 6 John Cena dates left, unless they add more. And I could see them adding more. But we got at least 4 more Cena matches left. Unfortunately, we know one of them's fucking Brock. There's 3 to play with at that point. Dom or AJ. I'd personally like to see Jacob Fatu in there. And I know a lot of people are saying Gunther might be the retirement match. Because, oh, I already read that one. I need to keep on track these things. Bought my first wrestling figure in sometime this week. I didn't buy it for the wrestling figure part of it either. I bought it because I'm doing a custom thing with it. But for those wondering, I got the Captain Lou Albano WWE Elite. This is not to be used as a wrestling figure. I've got a custom thing I'm working on with it. Video eventually going to happen. Oh. right, here's Phil. Austin Theory is now trending, by the way, folks. So, you know, maybe. A lot of people speculate in the speculation station about this one. There's a Fair Bears, but it was a AAA Roman Reigns 2016 hated as a face. No, not really. I think there's a difference. It's really just Mexico that doesn't care for Vikingo, and that's about it. Very different situation with Vikingo as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. But I don't think it's a fair comparison at all. Pizza sounds pretty good for dinner tonight. And I've got frozen one in the freezer. I might make that tonight. Yeah, that sounds really good, actually. So once this show is over, which should be probably within about the next 20 minutes or so, I think this triple threat will get time. I don't think it's going to go like 30 minutes or anything. And I watch me be wrong and it goes like 40. Um, Once this triple threat's done, and the show goes off air, I'm going to go wake Alex up and we're going to go grocery shopping. And when we come back, I might make a frozen pizza because that sounds pretty damn good. supposed to get Raw done today, too. I wasn't expecting the show to go fucking 3.5 hours before the main event even started. There's a few options for who helps Seth tonight, because it feels like someone's going to. And quite honestly, someone I saw mentioned, because it seems like they wrote him off of NXT like a month ago. I think the funniest option is that it's going to be a repackaged Tony D'Angelo. I do not want that. Let me make that very clear. I do not want that. Will I laugh my fucking ass off if it's Tony D? Oh, yeah. Oh, I will cackle if it's Tony D. Like, looking at the options of who it could be, the funniest option is Tony D. The worst option for me is someone like Ilya who doesn't need it. The best option is someone like Omos or Austin Theory. It's not going to be Ethan Page. It's not going to be Ricky Saints. They're both doing stuff in NXT. Their names were talked about for the faction, but it was never confirmed. But yeah, no, I think it's probably Austin Theory. I will laugh my fucking ass off if it's like Tony D, though. That would be funny as hell.
Those rips early on Jey Uso heavy landing from that clothesline. Reminding the world that took a man for himself. No friends in this type of matchup. Lost out in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Effectively lost everything at SummerSlam. That has galvanized the resolve of CM Punk. But he's now going to the weakest competitor in the match. And I say that with no insulting tone, but he's simply damaged Jey Uso. Yeah, red first in the turnbuckle. Jey suffered a lot of liver injuries the past few months. The hands are breaking and we need him tonight. And now Seth Rollins dragging Punk out of the ring and shoving him into the barricade. And Punk collapses in the sea of WWE fans. Now after the wounded gun, Jey Uso goes. Seth versus Rollins. Rollins with a running knee. Saves CM Punk. Now knocking Punk off their GPS.
The yeah and the yeets now. Oh my god, there's a Jim Cornette shirt in the front. Leg front and center. Oh no. Oh man. Well, as I kind of teased already, the full Cyber Sunday card is going to be announced on Raw tomorrow, or today for members. And again, for anyone's like, well, when's Raw going to come out for members? I was only 2 out of 5 matches into it when this show started, so you got a little while. Gonna be a little bit. Because I still have to finish recording it, edit it, upload it, eat dinner, make dinner, go to the grocery store, and do other stuff. Not exactly in that order, but you know, and I'm tired, so. Yeah, they're going after Seth now. I like the green and the silver for Punk. It's a good color combo, green and silver.
Visionary getting stuck. Just over 5 minutes at SummerSlam. They beat Gunther before Rollins cashed in for the championship.
Jay directing traffic saying, let's all three get his ass. We're still in the early goings of everyone's kicking Seth's ass, so. And then I say, no yeet. Oh, they're going to put Seth through a table. All right. Fucking why not? I do think there's admittedly some bit of funny to it. Like, I know Seth's not dropping this belt till Mania. He's holding this belt till Mania where Braun Breaker's going to beat him for it. Like, full Triple H Batista fucking... Oh, what the hell, Jay? But I do think it would be very funny if it was like, if I don't win tonight if I can't win tonight, maybe I don't deserve the title, and then he just loses. That would be kind of funny, admittedly. And we are all in the crowd now. Oh boy, Jay throwing his ass in everybody's face now. Seeing LA9 and Jey Uso going back and forth here reminds me that tomorrow on LS11 Raw, for those wondering, Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight is the main event. Oh, oh boy, a buckle bomb. The buckle bomb just always worries me just a little bit. Just because there's been the 2 times now that something's gone wrong with it. And granted, 2 out of thousands of times of doing it is a very different thing. Like, by no means do I mean he shouldn't do it because it's gone wrong twice. There's a lot of moves that have gone wrong twice in history. But I think, excuse me, I think you might get what I mean though. Where there's always just that slight bit of worry. Oh boy. That table is going to come into play at some point here. Good God, LA9. All right. I was unfamiliar with your game. Hmm. Oh boy. And down we go.
So close to glory so many times this year. Maybe it is not Hulk's destiny to win gold and hold on to it. As you see that Tower of Doom moment, going for glory was put, but LA Knight is enough in the top to kick it. Again, over 30,000 here tonight. Record crowd at Defense Arena in Paris. Our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins, Park, Russo, and Knight.
Oh boy, who's going through the table? Oh god, Phil, what are you about to do? Phil, what are you thinking here, bud? Oh, I think Phil's going through the table. Yup. I don't think anyone but Seth wins this tonight. I would love LA Knight to be world champion at some point in the future, though. Huh.
You've got a weak competitor now, ready to be taken down. Remember, Jay is injured because he came to the aid of his cousin Roman Reigns right here tonight, and he paid for it. Unwavering loyalty to family, but it may well cost him this evening. Unless he can pull off an absolute miracle in Paris. Now Jey Uso getting the upper hand. Right hand driving LA Knight back. Jey a little mustard on that one. Tapping into the heat, baby, or this crowd waits. Overly committed. And the Megastar was ready. Get out to the floor, LA Knight. Oh, my goodness.
Just kind of waiting at this point. Like, we're only a few minutes in at this point, I guess. We're like 10, 15 in at this point, I think. Like, we're about 15 in at this point, yeah. I do think LA Knight's got the best chance of winning that World Heavyweight title more than he does the main title. Like, more than he does the Cody belt. So him being on Raw is probably smart. Also, I was wondering, yes, I did see Sammy win the U.S. title on SmackDown, and I'm kind of happy. I'm pretty happy about it, because it means Solo's reign is done. That's Knight wiped out. Someone's phone charger and phone just laying there.
Champion top of the wall, dumps up the Jay rolls through, gets super kick by Seth, stops Jay in his tracks. Super kick by Uso though.
Whoa! I'm so used to Seth only doing the spear pedigree counter with Roman that I didn't even fathom that he could do it with Jay. I think he did it with Lashley once too, now that I'm thinking about it though. It's always a great counter. It's one of those things where it's like, I wish they could put that in the games, but I don't know how they would do it. Because then you have the issue of it being like the Stomp RKO reversal, where it's like, there is no unique reversal. But, like, it used to just be for Seth and Randy, but now it's just anyone that reverses the Stomp does the RKO out of it. That's why Ray and I, whenever we counter a Stomp and stuff, we change it to be a catching finisher, like in editing, like what I did with Seth and Cena. Hello, Ryan. Yeah, Seth's gear is really cool. The pink and the blue. It's a really good color combo. It's not a color combo you think of very often either. Oh, there's Phil with his brilliant elbow drop that he always does. Jay's selling the hell out of it, though. Predictions for the 4-way, Seth. I mean, just don't think there's any chance anyone else wins it. It's just a Seth win. You know, either he steals it from someone or someone's going to come make the save for him. The stomp as a way to break up the pin on the GTS is fantastic, by the way.
Jay Uso has been taken out by Punk. I don't want you to touch that title ever again. I don't want you to have another match with this company ever again. I hate you. I hate your stupid family. I want you to.
Jeez, tell me how you really feel, Seth. You guys gotta sell their game. They really should do more. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you know, you're right. They should do more international shows. They could just have. They could have Seth just beat Punk clean here. I would not be against a heel champion getting a clean win. France or UK Mania has to have it. I agree. If any international crowd deserves Mania, it's the UK, not Saudi. Oh, Jesus! Alright, this is going to be it. This is where the interference is going to come, right? Because they're recreating the Netflix finish. They're not going to just have Punk win it here, are they? I can see it happening. I'm not... Yep, there's someone. Wait, is it Becky? That's a very female shape. Nice. You know what? That one almost felt too obvious not to think of it. Nice. Her being part of the Vision was something we talked about night after Mania. When, you guys remember that atrocious watch along I did where my internet finally just gave out and I had to switch providers the next day. That being said, Seth and Becky, Bill is on his own. So you're telling me there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. If it had been Roxy, that would have been cool too. But with her still doing Judgment Day stuff.
turned out to be the intercontinental champion and Sam freaking Roberts' wife, Becky Lynch. And once again, CM Punk having the championship ripped from his throat.
Yeah, I'm in on Becky being part of the Vision. I'm in. And of course, AJ Lee is now trending.
Apparently always has a testimony. The question is can anyone talk the fourth division as a real heavyweight championship?
All right, well. Oh shit, it's just gonna be Bailey. You're right. It's just gonna be fucking Bailey. Because that's his wife's friend. Alright, well. Normally I let these shows you know what? I'll let it fade to the actual press conference because like if I don't, this will be the one time I miss something on the post credits of the start of the press conference. Like if I don't, it's like 2 minutes of my life. If I don't, it'll be the one time they actually do it angle to end it. They definitely made that belt bigger since the first time Seth held it, right? Ray and I talk about this all the time. They made that belt bigger once Jay won it, didn't they? Because it is fucking huge on in Becky's hands, and it looks bigger on Seth than it did before. And I know Seth's not smaller than he was. All right. Now put the tag belts on Braun and Braun on Braun. Give the Vision all the gold. Just do it. Why not? Just do it. WWE themselves on Twitter. This family hates CM Punk. Apparently. Fucking apparently. Alright, cool. That's a good way to end it. Alright, well. I wonder if this is gonna spin off into hmm. Alright, cool. Yeah, they're wrapping up. Alright, I'm wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoy Raw when it comes out. If you're members, it'll come out when I get it done. I thought the show would have ended an hour ago. 6 matches. Figured 3 hours was enough time to do 6 matches, but apparently 4 is the magic number on that one. All right. See you guys maybe tomorrow. We'll see.